flosstube. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Tracy and this is my channel, A World of Stitches. Today is a flosstube. It is Sunday the 20th of April 2025 and I've stopped numbering my floss tube, so I don't need to mention any of that. I look a mess. I threw my hair up in a ponytail just because it's so warm outside, so it just keeps me a bit cooler. So I look a bit of a mess, but it's alright. The last 2 weeks has been epic, absolutely epic for me, because I have a pile, really, and that's not all of them. Some of them are down on the floor. 13, I think I counted. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. 14 projects I touched this past 2 weeks, and one of those was the new start that I was umming and ahhing over. Shall I start it? Shan't I start it? Well, as you just gathered, I started it purely because one of my subscribers messaged me and says, oh, I'm on this already. That was that. I got it out, and yeah, I just don't have a project bag for it at the minute. I'm trying to reorganise my thingies. I've got bags somewhere. I apologise if you can hear vibrating. My tablet, I've only just turned it on for the first time this morning. Well, it's this afternoon now, but I've only just turned it on for the first time today, and when I do, it just goes mad with Gmails and yeah, everything else. So I have to give it a couple of minutes while it vibrates away. Anyway, excuse me. I am just going to plumb straight in. I don't think I put these in order, did I? No, but the first one to hand is right there. Let me just move that. So yeah, I don't quite know what's going on with me at the moment, but the stitchy bug is there, well and truly. It actually feels wrong to sit here with nothing in my hand, so you can imagine how much I've got done then, can't you? Because I have to stitch. So this is the first one. Now this is, I think I said to you last floss tube that it's one I wanted to get finished this year. It was in memory of my mom, who loved roses. So, unbelievably, since last time I saw you, or you saw me even, I think after I finished my video last fortnight, I carried on with it after the video, so I worked on it the rest of that day. The day after, I did the Tuesday as well, the Wednesday, so I did 4 days, and I got done, 2,409 stitches. Now, I've got into my groove with this, to be honest with you. I've got my magnifying glasses. I get them on. I can't wear them with these, they just get in the way, but I'm going to take it at the hoop for you so you can see it as a whole, because 2,409 stitches is epic. This, let me just show you that half, because that's where I've done most of the work. This half right here. Now, if I remember, last time you saw it, was it this one this one I'd finished, this one I was halfway done, I think. So I finished this one, if not it was just this one. But then I've done this part of this sideboard here, and everything that's in the corner here. And I believe, yeah, because my needle's actually in it, so I've been doing this as well. So 2,409 stitches isn't bad. I don't think I'm halfway yet. Let me just pull it up on my pattern keeper. I was hoping to, you know, make a massive amount of progress on it so that I could slow down a bit and do it until the end of the year and get it finished. No, I'm at 46.96%. How many stitches is that? 13,000. I believe it was something like 16, 18,000 to get halfway. I'm not sure. But as a whole, I know it looks a bit messy because of the hoop marks and crease, but that's how wide it is, here to here. I've just got to drop it enough. There is another rose that I haven't done yet. Where does it go? Oh yeah, right there. Because there's a gap for it right there. So I've got to do those, which I might do this week. Because then it'll even it out a bit. It's stitched on 20 count. Pearl grey. 1/2. Full cross because there is no back stitching. Oh no, I've just popped the needle out. Oh, I'll figure it out later. Let's just roll it in. So yeah, 2,409 stitches. And I am actually looking forward to working on it some more. So this is going to stay out. I'll pop the hoop back in the bag actually because I will re-hoop that later. Ready? I'll behave. So that's that one. I just threw it on the floor. I'll pick it up after. My next one, I'm going to do them in order just because I'm going to get confused otherwise. No, that one's down there. I'll show you it on here. No, that actually, isn't there a proper picture of it? No. I'll show you the it pulls up the pattern for some reason when I click view PDF. So I'll just show you the one that's in the bag. This is my lava dragon, which is this one off of Etsy. Graphitech on Etsy. Their name's right down here. But this is for my eldest son, Reese. Loves dragons. It's not a massive amount of progress, but obviously I'll be putting in the befores. I'm just going to give up saying that because you know, is that the right way? I think so. Anyway, I did only 349 stitches, which is somewhere here. I know I just kept bringing it down. It's very, very bright outside, so the light tends to change when I'm holding things up. But yeah, this is on a 25 count 1/1 full cross. And it's a lot of black. A lot of black. I haven't decided if I'm going to do all black first and then sort of move on to the greys and whatever. I haven't decided. I'm actually on, it sounds really weird, but I'm on a bit of a 310 kick at the moment. You'll see as I'm going through, you'll see what I mean. The next one is this one in my Pac-Man bag. Do you know what? There's no point taking the picture out. I might as well just hold it here. It is Freddy Mercury. And this part of the picture is missing just because I zoomed in and just cut it off. There was no point having two. So I'm still kind of filling in up here around his hand. And I am counting stitches even though it's a paper pattern because I just want some idea. And I did 261 stitches. So if I put this here, and then I can put the other picture right in front of my face. But you can actually see his hand and his thumb right there. So I've been filling in mostly background, the browns, the blues. This is on 14 count, 2/1, full cross. And it looks good. So I'm fingers crossed that it is actually going to come out okay. Because I know with some of these stamped kits, the images don't always come out the way that the picture shows them. So far I'm liking how it's coming out. So fingers crossed it stays that way. But this is another one that I'm actively working on, so that stays in the hoop. And I just pop it out as and when I do a few stitches. Let's drop that there. Right, my next one. Oh, this was the bane of my life. I touched this one last Monday. Not the Monday just gone, the one before, straight the day after my floss tube. And let me tell you, it was a nightmare. It's this one. It's the Stitcher's Verse by Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. Featured in, I think, a magazine many years ago. I don't think it says on it a year or anything, but that's all you get. It's just the card with the pattern. No, it doesn't give you a date of when this was done, but anyway, I pulled this out. Last time you saw it, I had done all of this, bar I think the word B right there and the little thingy that comes after it. So I'm not sure if I'd done these the last time you guys saw it. I don't honestly remember. I might have done, but then I jumped up and started this verse right here. Now the reason this was the bane of my life that day is because I did all of that verse, but what I'd done was I'd started a thread and gone on the one side to do the words, and then I'd, for whatever reason, decided to start this side and go over, and I'd miscounted on this side, so when this side came across they didn't meet, something like that, so I ended up having to completely unpick almost everything I'd already done. So no, there we go. So I don't know if you can see, but there is like remnants of blue thread. This side was correct, this side was wrong by not even a... I think all I'd done was I'd miscounted, because I tried to go from here, count up to find where to start, and I missed it by one, because one of the letters was actually one square longer or one square shorter or something, and it just completely messed it up. So I had to unpick this half of the thing, and then I'd unpick this as well before I realised this was actually correct. I could have realised sooner. This is on... I believe it's 18 count. I didn't even put a thing in there with it, so I don't know. I don't even know if it would be on my because I know all my projects what they're on usually. Give me a second. Where is it? I got that many bits of paper for different things, but I track everything pretty much. No, it's got to be after that, and after that. Where'd they go? I didn't get rid of those, did I? No, I think I did. I'm pretty sure it's 18 count. I think I got rid of my my massive list. I did. Nuts. Oh well. This is the only one I'm not counting, just because most of it is all backstitch. Don't lose the needle. So, but yeah. I haven't touched it since because it would just... It was hard. It was really, really hard. Actually, where did I put those? I'll stick those in here. Oh no, I'll put that in as well. There you go. So that's that one. Then... we did this one. I haven't put... Actually, yeah, I think I have. I wrote them down in the order I worked on them, so... It is this one from Etsy. The Penguins stocking. And I don't think it says on there anyway where it's from. But I know it's on my list. If you ever want to know where any of them from and I haven't said, drop me a comment. I've got a whole list here, and it says the pattern, where I bought it from, and who the designer was, or who the seller on Etsy was, or whatever. Right, this one I did 234 stitches, and this is where I'm at. I just kept going. I grabbed this grey that was already being stitched and carried on down. I'm not sure exactly what. I know this is probably definitely part of it, but That's the second penguin. And the first one is just above him here. There's the top of his eyes. So you've got both penguin faces. "14 count, 2 over 1. I don't know if I just said that. But yeah, 234 stitches on that one. Now, this new start. It was... I'll take out the back one just because it has them all on. It's called Words to Live by Tiny Modernist. This is what the whole thing looks like, but they obviously released them in parts. So you had 13 parts. And obviously to make sure I've got it right on the fabric, I started in the middle. Yeah. At the moment it is all sitting in the bag that my patterns came in. Finally got round to ordering the last two. Is it the last two? Just because I couldn't afford them all together, but I might want to give them away at the end, and it'd be pointless only having 11 if I'm... Yeah. What's the point in someone only having 11 patterns when it's 13? They can't stitch the whole thing. Anyway, it's 14 count Ada, black Ada, I might add. Let me just... Now, it's a new start, but... I've done 537 stitches over 2 days. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to have a fight with it right here. Okay, so this is where we are at flatten. And I've obviously robbed the needle. I did order some new needles, but I need to order a lot more. Because a lot of them, although some of them have come out of my 14 count kits from... these companies that I get these kits from, they seem a bit thicker than a normal needle, so I ordered some more, size 28 I think. I got to order some more. I need way more. So yeah, this is the middle. I think the middle was somewhere in this lettering right here, and it will say follow your dreams. This, I think you can tell that's going to be a house, but so easy to work on. You can see bits drifting. But this fabric is awful. Like, I had really dry hands, and I'm not a big lover of creaming my hands because I touch my face a lot, and then when I touch my face and I've got hand cream on, I break out. So I try not to cream my hands. So I had dry hands, and every time I touched the fabric, you could see, like, it was weird. It went like dusty. I'm not sure if you can actually... Yeah, look. It was like everything I touched it with my hand. If it rubbed on my clothes, it's terrible fabric to work with. Right, in half, 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 and half. There we go. It was the only way I could get it to fit in here. So, yeah, 537 stitches on that. It doesn't even look that much. But... I count and recount just to make sure, because it literally doesn't feel like that many. Okay. My next one, I didn't do too many. This doesn't want to open now. I think I've got it short. There we go. Where is... I think it's just because it's on 18 count and I didn't have... They didn't send the right needles with it. They were actually, I think, 11 count needles. So, well, I had to wait for me to order some more. And I think they only arrived a couple of days ago. So, it is this one, Snow White and the Witch. It is on 18 count. I haven't changed the fabric or anything. And I never ever heard back from them. I messaged them and asked them ever so nicely if I could have the digital so I could enlarge it. They never ever got back to me. Even though I did put at the top of the message, please read me carefully. Because they offered me to do another collaboration with them at the same time. So I sent them the link, but I know that half the time they don't read the emails. They just click the link and then get it sent. but I made sure I put at the top, please read me. Anyway, I've only done 139 stitches more. This is Snow White's hand here. I'm just filling in kind of the background around her hand. It doesn't even look like I've done that many, you know. I don't know how many I did last floss tube. Where's mine? I don't know because I didn't write it on there. That was smart. I'll put you up there just because. So yeah, 18 count, 2 over 1. I just need to pull it out and work on it. Fold. I've got another one that's kind of actively, I will pick it up every now and again, depending on the mood. I mean, these past 2 weeks have been crazy, absolutely crazy for stitching. I've done loads. Honestly, you wouldn't believe. Where's that one? My next one is this one. The Tree of Life. This is from Etsy as well. Pandora X Stitch on Etsy it is. Right, I folded it in, I folded the bottom over, and on the bottom it tells me where I got it from because they've put the copyright thing at the bottom. Pandora X Stitch on Etsy, and it is absolutely lovely. I'm actually not sure. Oh, actually, looking at that now, I was about to say, I reuse my paper. I was about to say, I'm not sure how well this bit is going to turn out. That's better. Because I've done the black in this section and it looks a bit, But now that I've looked at it properly on here, it makes sense. Now this one, I did 1,032 stitches. Now, I watched Sid and Stitch, Amy. She was on about, I think she called it mapping. Now, I've done it before, but it took me a minute to realise what she was on about. You know, where you've got perhaps a ton of black and you kind of just stitch the outside. So then all you've got to do is go down and fill it all in. I've done it before, but it just never occurred to me, being as I've got all these patterns with so much black. So when she reminded me, that's exactly what I did. So I finished like what was meant to be in here in black, so all the black in this corner is done. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go down. I started up here, and then, or was it here? I'm not sure, but I've been doing all this outline, and I'm just going to do all that circle, and then I'm going to fill it all in, and then carry on with the rest because it's got so much black. This is on 25 count, 1 over 1 full cross. But I had so much fun doing that. I honestly did. So thanks for the reminder, Amy. Which will also bring me to my other one, which I'll share in a minute. Disney Villains. Where's my next one? This was for Whip Go. Let me just find it. My Whip Go board, and April was Disney Villains. I'd already done the first one. What was the first one? April, Shooting Star. I'd already done Shooting Star by Carolyn Manning, which was there. So the other call for April was number 4, Disney Villains, 500 stitches. So this is it. I apologise, the paper's a bit battered. That's what happens when you get cross stitch in and out. Yeah, I'm still up here. For whatever reason, I wasn't keen to work on this one. So because of Amy, I thought, you know what? I can just bang out some black stitches because this is littered with black stitches. There's kind of outlines and what have you. So I did. I was only supposed to do 500, but I ended up doing 1,538. So 3 times what I was supposed to, just because I was having so much fun. This is where I'm at. So you can tell I brought this border down. I've gone across and I've done all around this puppy here. This is on 25 count 1 over 1 full cross magic guide. The only thing I don't like about Magic Guide is they are 20 by 20 blocks, not 10 by 10. So hence why I gridded it myself. So yeah, 1500 black stitches. And I had a whale of a time. And then I just think, well, if I do that, I can just fill in with the colours as and when. Yeah, so that's April's Whip Go all done. I am all caught up on Whip Go now. I'm just going to wait now for May's numbers to be called. My next one, this is one I haven't touched in a little while as well. It is Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. I was so excited when they let this out for free back in 2020, I think. I think it was 2020. I didn't even write a date when I started it in there. Anyway, this is on 20 count. Is it 20 or is it 22? 22 count hard anger in white. And I did 811 stitches. This side. And it is all here. So I finished, this wasn't finished, it was down here somewhere, there maybe, and I finished all of this, dropped the border, and then I did this. Not sure about that, but I'm definitely certain I've done this bit, 811 stitches. And I'm still not at 50%, I don't think. I had to reinstall it because, no, I'm at 41.53%. Anyway, I had to reinstall it because when I first installed this back in 2020, I think, whenever, it wasn't long after Pattern Keeper came out. Anyway, it wasn't compatible at the time, and some of the blocks, like page 1 would be okay, it'd be normal, but then page 2 it was like the squares had slightly shifted. And I just put up with it up till now. And then I decided, you know what? I've had enough. So I deleted the one that was in there with all my progress. I exported the progress first. Don't get panicking. I exported the progress. Deleted that. Reinstall. It's not install, is it? Put it back up in Pattern Keeper. Perfect. So then I decided. Then I went to import my progress because I'd saved it into my drive so that I could import it, and it kept telling me that an export should have is it PK PDF or something? It did have that on the end of the I suppose the title it gives it when you export it, but it wouldn't go in, so I had to sit there and manually put in every stitch I'd ever done. All 32,092 of them. I was there all day. I am not kidding. All day I was there. I don't think I'll ever delete one again because I don't trust it. Anyway, my next one was Mini Together, artwork by Jim Warren, charted by Haid. And instead of the other ones where it's a cat or a dog, we got people. And I love the colours in the sky on this one. The cat's one was quite light. It was more of a daytime sky. This one's later. But I like it anyway. And I did. Only 316 stitches. But this is where I'm at. So I have literally just been filling in. Because all this is tree. I think this was, do you know what? I don't actually know. Was it one was 823 and one was 939? Pass. It's on 25 count, 1 over 1 full cross. But yeah, I'm just kind of just trying to get this tree out the way because there's a lot of very dark colours in this tree. So yeah, that's that one. And then, oh my goodness, this one. Let me just show it you on here. Back up. No, it's right there. Because I don't think I printed this one out. It is this one. It's, oh my goodness. It doesn't help because of the window being right there. I don't think. Let's try. No, don't do. I just deleted all of my notifications. Nope, that's too dark. How about if I brighten it? I don't want to glare out the blooming. This is where I am anyway, on Liam Neeson, right here in the corner. I won't make you stare at that too long. Let's just move you a second. I have taken him off my Q-snap and off the Lowry. Just because, while he was on there, laziness on my part, if I'm honest. I wasn't working on my Mickey as artist because that one was tucked away in that huge pillowcase I have. And this one was always on there, and it was just the hassle of switching them. So I decided them spring-loaded hoops that I have, I've borrowed it. I think it's on Freddy at the minute. I'm going to work this one in hand on that spring-loaded hoop, and that's what I've been doing. So this is where we're at so far. I have done 505 more stitches. It's just more in his face and filling in down here. It's on 25 count. Excuse me, 1/1 full cross. That light's doing my head and it keeps changing. But yeah, you can really see it's Liam Neeson now. Riley likes it. He keeps checking out. Look at the size of this blinking fabric. Ugh. We will do these things to ourselves. Yes, the next one is this one. Another Haid. It is Make a Wish and Take a Bite by Mandy Manzano. And I'm still down here. But going back to Amy saying about mapping colours, like going on doing the outlines, then all you got to do is fill in. That's exactly what I did with this one. I did 300 stitches. This is the hoop I'm on about. The needle is still threaded and there is still thread on it because I am still working on it. So this is where we're at. So I've literally just, I think part of this bit here was done and I've just taken it from there. It does go further across, but it separates somewhere here, so this one will go off up here. So I just went straight up and I've taken these two lines and just headed right up with them. And I think there might even be a little bit done here. I'm not sure. Just as I went up I was doing it. So all this is 310 that's got to be filled in, and I'm just going to carry on like that, to be honest with you. I'm going to do a lot of mapping first. 25 count 1/1 full cross, and this is the hoop I was referring to. My Star Wars one for Riley is going to go in one of these, and every time I want to work on it. And my Mickey as artist now is in his permanent home on my Lowry, because I've been having so much fun these past 2 days with that one. So yeah, that one's still being worked. Only 300 stitches, but it's 300 stitches I no longer have to do. I don't know why I do this every time I do a floss tube, but I forget to get my whatever's in my Lowry out. So I'll try not to hit you guys with it. That's the needle minder just fell. Stay there. Because it's metal, I just stick my needle minders to the frame as well. There we go. Okay. Helps if I show you what it looks like first. Oh, I didn't click off you. This thing, I tell you, has a mind of its own. Where are you? There we go. View PDF. Mine's called Disney's Artists. Sorry guys, I just knocked you. But Yannicka, who I followed for a while, hers was called Mickey as Artist. So that's all I've known it as. And I'm still working along the bottom right here. But I'm going to, you'll see, oh my goodness, I hate this thing. You'll see this right here, is it Gus? I think. And this chipmunk right here, they've started to come in. I think this is why I've had so much fun with it. This is on 25 count, 1 over 1 full cross. I don't know if I can get a before and an after picture in at the same time. I should be able to from there. But, oh, so much fun this has been. Let me just bring you in a bit closer. So as you can tell, I've been filling this in. Not sure why the bottom half is a lighter colour than the top half, but we'll go with it. I don't think I got the colours wrong. So yeah, I've got maybe a couple of ninja stitches left in here now. But this corner, up to about there, I think. Is that... No, it is done. I think somewhere here and down is all complete now. Somewhere. I've got maybe ninja stitches up there. But I went across. This is Gus, his coat, that bright orangey colour. And this is the chipmunk, this is his head. You can actually sort of just tell. Those are his front legs and his back. But yeah, I've done this as well. That's, I think, the inside of one of the dog's ears. One of the puppies is pulling it. Because I had to go and look, what on earth is that colour up there? But yeah, I did 1,735 stitches in 2 days. 2 days. And it's going to go straight back on my Lowry and probably be worked on again later this afternoon. I have done filling in up here as well. Don't ask me which colour because I honestly can't remember, but yeah, all this here is finished. And then there's just a couple of ninja ones up the side of his leg here. But yeah, so much fun. Oh no, all up there is done. It doesn't look like it. It's hard to tell from here. The lighter stitches look like they haven't been stitched at all. So that's all done as well. And I'm knocking my Lowry. Yeah, there's 2 stitches. One there and one there. That's all to finish this floor. But yeah, I just kept going. Because I got some new colours. It's exciting when you do that. Anyway. I had a conversation with you guys a couple of videos back about how we were worried about not getting my granddad's war medals and stuff. You'll be pleased to know we have them. I did get a message from them a couple of weeks after I think that video went out. I got a message from them and in it was a photo and it was the war medals that we've been looking for, so we have those, which is absolutely amazing. My uncle, which is my dad's brother, will be so pleased. The only thing we don't have yet is my dad's wedding ring from my mum. Not that they're keeping it from us. I'm not sure they know where it is or that they've ever seen it, so it could just be he got rid of it, although I can't see it. But anyway, we've got the war medals. You know, they're back where they should be. We are over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. And my therapy sessions are going really well, according to my brother. He happened to ask me and I said, funny really, I said, but every time I'm on the phone with him, he always makes me cry. And my brother said, well, that means it's working. That means it's doing what it's supposed to do. So it's going really well, apparently. I feel myself better. It'll never take away the pain of losing him, especially as fast as we did. But I think it's settling down a bit. I mean, I've already accepted that he's not here anymore. It's just knowing that that's going to be for forever now. Yeah. But you can tell by my stitching that I am picking back up. Things are getting better, so let's hope next fortnight's flosstube video is just as good. I want to share with you just because we've sort of been going through all the photos and like each of us has taken which ones we want. This was my mum, age 19, on her wedding day when she married my dad. She was so beautiful. I just thought I'd share that with you. And then, bearing in mind this was 70s, okay? This was my dad and my mum on their wedding. Look at his hair, man. Like I said, bearing in mind it was in the 70s. But it's so nice to look at. I'm glad we've got them. Anyway, that is it from me. I have touched my pandemic knitting, but I've only done 2 rows. I did so much of it the last fortnight that I thought I need a break because it's intense. I haven't forgot. I did ask if anybody wanted me to do a video on how to do that that style of knitting, the double-sided. And a few said yes. I haven't forgotten. Please don't think I've just been ignorant and I've forgotten. I haven't. With everything that went on, and I've just thrown myself back into my knitting and my stitching, I've kind of had to go back and remind myself on how to do the casting on, because it's slightly different. I will get round to doing it, I promise. Just give me a few days. I will find the time to do it, I promise. So, thank you so much to you guys for watching. If you're still here, stick a smiley emoji in the comments if you stuck it out this long. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of your comments and everything and your support. It's been amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. So, I will see you in 2 weeks' time for another floss tube. And if I am able to get a video on the knitting out in the meantime, I will. So keep your eyes open for that one too. Other than that, guys, enjoy what's left of your weekend. It's just gone 4:30 here. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.